Hello Shenanigamers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last time we went up against the Sodden crew in the cove. We managed to take them down successfully. Now the only area where we have anything in terms of an apprentice mission is the courtyard. But I don't quite believe we're ready for that yet. Especially since we only have 2 heroes that are at level 2 or lower. So, in light of that, we're going to keep Syset and Bone Lady at level 2, and then if we need to, if we find some heroes that we want to recruit, to go with them into the courtyard at a later date, we'll recruit them, see about maybe dropping 1 or 2 people from the roster, as unfortunate as that may be, and then head there. Or if 2 heroes unfortunately meet their end, then we can recruit 2 more and we'll head to the courtyard. Because it's been a long time since we started, and we still haven't taken care of the courtyard. We could get the Master's Essence for the Antiquarian if we went there this time around. Plus 50% healing skills, plus 35% blight and debuff skill chance. It will be mine, whatever the cost. Plus 4 speed, plus 10 dodge. That is an amazing trinket for an Antiquarian. That is absolutely amazing. But this time around, I think we're going to go with a slightly less intense quest as a boss fight. Or than a boss fight. Slightly less intense quest than a boss fight. Now, we have 4 veteran level boss fights that we could go up against here. Now, we have Kill the Necromancer, Kill the Swine King, Kill the Hag, and Kill the Alluring Siren. While those may in fact be very, very doable at this point with the funding and the teams that we have, I don't necessarily think that's exactly what we want to do. Instead, I think we're going to go on a veteran quest here to the ruins. Who do we take with us? Well, we could go there, or we could go to the Warrens. We have plenty of champions, so yeah, let's go on a champion quest to the Warrens here. Let's see, who do we have that's good in the Warrens? Zombie's good in the Warrens as a tactician. Riddle's not great in the Warrens. Alpha is fantastic in the Wield. Shabam's good in the Warrens as a Warrens adventurer, and a Cove adventurer, and a Ruins adventurer. Yeah, Shabam doesn't really get stressed out that much. Honestly, the Wield's the only place where they get a little bit of their stress is at normal levels. I would say that that's the only place they get a little bit stressed out, but, well, that's not exactly true. So yeah, we could bring Shabam, we could bring Zombie. Valks would be good as a Warren's adventurer. We could bring them. Ormond is good as a Warren's tactician. Michal is a Warren's scrounger. Yeah. Michal is good as a Warren's scrounger. There we go. Don't know why I struggled with that one. Laral is a Warren's scrounger as well, so they'd be good. We have options here. I think we're going to go ahead and take Ormond, Valks, Shabam, and Zombie to the Warrens. Let's make sure we upgrade Ormon's abilities, their weapons, their armor, their skills. Make sure we have Valk's up too. This is going to cost quite a bit. We haven't upgraded Shabam's gear either, or Zombies for that matter. Well, let's make sure that all skills are upgraded, at least. Shabam's are not. At the very least, we need Finale up. Actually, if that's the case, then we should probably take Pashal. Now that we're so low on funding, let's see if there are any trinkets we don't need or want that we can sell. We're not going to use a protection stone or a debuff charm. What else is there that we could possibly sell off here? Honestly, I think that's about it. That's not great. Alright, let's see. We could go to the ruins. I think we have to go here. Alright then. So we might need to bring Pashal with us then. If we bring Pashal, who could we leave behind? I think it's best that we leave Shabam. That is in fact the case. So let's see about trinkets then. Vermond is a tactician, so they have some good damage. They're good against unholy enemies. Faster and higher dodge in the first round, and more move resist. So then let's get you some protection. We'll stress you out a little bit, and then we could give you more speed and more move resist. Could also give you more damage versus marked targets, but lower damage overall. You'd still be at plus 5% damage though. And whenever Valks marks a target, you'd be able to capitalize on that. Since you'd still be at plus 5, I think we're going to give you the Fanged Spear tip. This is a party that actually makes this work. Right, now Valks. Let's see, what do we give you? Wounding Helmet. And what else? I think we actually give you Barristan's Head. That way you get some protection as well. Now Pashal, we give you the Candle of Life. Fleet Florin is a good choice, as is the Chirurgeon's Charm. Don't have the Bag of Marbles. So then... we could give you the Ancestor's Scroll. I think we're going to go ahead and give you the Chirurgeon's Charm. That way you have an extra 65% healing skills. We could get you up to an extra 80% with Junia's Head. I don't think that's going to work quite as well as we'd like. Now, as a Warren's Tactician, Zombie, more or less, what we give you doesn't really change. Cursed Incense and the Evasion Incense. It's just a good combination. It gives you a really high dodge, takes away some speed and health, but then gives you even more debuff and move skill chance, which is very good for your skill set. Right. Let's move on to provisioning. This is going to be dangerous, though. Take a full stack of food. 3 shovels. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to go with a full stack of torches. 1 antivenom, 1 bandage, 1 medicinal herb, and that's all we can actually afford right now. So then let's go ahead and embark with that. This is a very dangerous quest, but with Pashal here, hopefully we can get our money back for it. Let's embark. Warrens, if you live for risk and darkness, by all means bring few torches. We may end up actually doing that, but that is incredibly risky. We could get more treasure, more loot, if we did that. However, the creatures we'd be facing would get a lot of buffs from that.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
We have to complete 100% of room battles. It's not going to be easy. We have a trap, a curio, and a hallway battle this way, leading to a room battle with treasure. That will be good. We have a curio and a hallway battle leading to an empty room this way, and then we have an obstacle and a curio leading to a room battle with a curio this way. Let's start off with the one with treasure. And we start off with a trap. Right off the bat here, we have an 80, 100, 70, and 70% chance to disarm this trap, so let's have Valkus take care of it. There we go. And then this curio is a moonshine barrel. Now, actually, I think we're going to want Ormond to use the medicinal herbs on this. Plus 30% damage until camp. This is a short mission, or a short quest, so we won't have to worry about that. That we will have to worry about. This hallway battle is a large flesh eater and an insatiable ghoul. Luckily we do get the surprise, but it's still dangerous. So let's go ahead and set up the Serpent Sway right off the bat. So we get a buff to speed and 2 blocks set up. We'll go with Invigorating Vapors, because we're going to need the extra dodge on this, I believe. And then, what next? Let's go for Mark for Death, but on which enemy? Let's go for the... let's go for the ghoul. We get the mark, but we don't drop the protection with the debuff. We might not need to. Let's see if Zombie has any better luck with the weakening curse. Get both debuffs. Tentacle Devour. Good dodge, Ormond. Howl.
The abyss
Horror
returns,
on everyone.
even
Lightly
the
down a bit.
boldest gaze.
We at least have the damage and protection dropped slightly on the Insatiable Ghoul now. So then, let's go for the Pierce, because now we'll do more damage to them, and we'll get through the protection anyway. 26. Very good damage. And then, let's see, if we go for Mark for Death on Flesh Eater, then both of them are marked. We get the debuff there. And let's go for the Vulnerability Hex on the Ghoul. That sets up the mark again, and drops the dodge as well. And we'll keep going with Invigorating Vapors to keep our dodge buffed. Skull Toss on Pashal. Very good dodge. Tentacle Devour on Pashal. Ow! We did not dodge that one. It did resist the debuff though, which is good. Let's go for the Pierce on the Ghoul again. 27. Very good. Now, let's see if Finish Him can take this one down. The crit for 24. There we go.
The greater the glory.
We'll go for another Invigorating Vapors here. Everyone's dodge is as high as that buff can get it. Tentacle Devour on Ormond. Good dodge. And let's go for a weird reconstruction on Pashal here. When we healed him up for 4, they resisted the bleed. That is still a heal. Let's go for the Pierce on the Flesh Eater. Good damage there. And we'll go for Fortifying Vapors on Pashal with a crit heal for 10. That'll do very well. And now let's go for a Collect Bounty on the Flesh Eater for 40. Very nice. And then we'll go for... let's go for the Weakening Curse. They drop their damage a bit. Tentacle Devour on Ormond. They resist the debuff, and the block takes the damage. Eventually go for another Fortifying Vapor on Pashal with another crit heal for 10. And then we'll go for the Pierce, and that will finish them off.
Champion falls.
Alright, everyone's at full health still. That's good. We can take all of this. We have a Minor Antique, the Blood, 8 Crests, 2 Food, and a Jade. We'll take all of it. Bring Torchlight up. Party's still in its default position. Let's head into the room battle. We have a Swine Meat Hooker, a Swine Tar Champion, and a Swine Thunderer. Much like last time, we're going to start with Serpent Sway. For a speed buff in the blocks. And we will mark the Swine Tar Champion. Don't get the debuff, that's alright. Start with the Invigorating Vapors, buff everybody's dodge. Drums of Debilitation on Zombie. Good dodge. Hook where it hurts on Armand, which is blocked. We do get the debuff though, lowering their disease and bleed resist. And let's go for the Weakening Curse on the Swine Tar Champion, which they dodge unfortunately. Crunching Backhand on Armand and Pashal, which they both dodge, thankfully. Now let's go for the Pierce on the champion, Swine Tar Champion rather. Another Invigorating Vapors. And another Weakening Curse on the Swine Tar Champion. That one at least managed to connect. And we get the debuff there. And then let's go ahead and collect Bounty on the champion as well. For 18. Good damage. Drums of Debilitation on Pashal. Ow. Marks them and lowers their dodge by 20. That's not good. Hook where it hurts on Valks for 15 with crit, and they get the debuff. Trot Retreat. And the champion goes back there. Now, then let's go for the Pierce on the Meat Hooker then.
Decimated.
That will take them out. Let's go ahead and mark the Swine Tar Champion for death. Again, we're near the mark. We get the debuff too. Drums of Doom on everyone but Pashal dodges, and Pashal takes a crit for 3. Let's keep the Invigorating Vapors going. And then... let's go with the Daemon's Pull on the Swine Tar Champion. They dodged it, unfortunately. 4 Rush Valks, which they dodge. Go for Pierce on the champion with a crit for 41, which will take them down. The Swine Tar Champion. Drums of Debilitation on Valks. Good dodge. Let's go for a Mark for Death on the Thunderer. Marked. They didn't have any protection, but if they did, it would be dropped now. Let's go for the Fortifying Vapors on Valks. Another crit heal for 10. The Shawl is liking to crit heal people, which I am all about. Now let's go for a Vulnerability Hex on this Thunderer. Mark and the debuffs there. We need to finish this fight quickly. I understand that. Drones of Doom on everyone. Hits everyone. Mormond blocked it though. Now let's go for the Pierce on the Swine Thunderer. And then the Collect Bounty will take them down. With a crit for 60.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Valks does a lot of damage, especially to human targets. It is fantastic. Alright, so we have 4 deeds, 2 portraits, a dodge stone, 750 gold, and a rare antique. Luckily we can take all of that. We don't get a scout from this, but that's fine. So let's have Pashal open up this heirloom chest. I think we're going to hold on to the key. We still get some treasure out of that though. We get a minor antique, 2 portraits, we can take 1, and 8 more crests, we can take 4. So we could take about half of the heirlooms that we found in that chest, and the minor antique. So let's head back. And then we'll head the opposite direction that we originally went. Now we have shovels, so we
Such
can take care of
blockages
this
are
obstacle.
unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
We don't have anything to deal with this different part. So we'll up the Torchlight and head into this room battle. Alright, now we have a Swine Slayer, Swine Meat Hooker with Stealth. The last one we dealt with Stealth as well, but that's not surprising. A Swine Heaver, and a Swine Skiver. Let's start with the Serpent Sway, like we have before. Vomit, Zombie, ow. They resist the debuff. Ball and Chain Zombie with a crit for 11. Ow. They get the stun. Spit the roast on Mon, which they dodge. Goes the stun on the Zombie. Let's get some Invigorating Vapors going here. And then let's go for the Mark for Death on the Swine Slayer. We get the debuff and the mark, both where it hurts. On Armand, which they dodge. Vomit and Pashal with a crit for 5.
Terrible assault cannot be left
They get
unanswered.
the debuff and they get the Fits. Goring Flight on Armand, which they block. Very happy about that block. Now let's go for the Collect Bounty on this Swine Slayer. That does some good damage, and we'll go for the Pierce on the Slayer. Also does some good damage. We'll go for the Invigorating Vapors here. Everyone's dodge.
Time to perform beyond
Look
one's
where it hurts
limits.
on Pashal. Ow. They resist the debuff though. Ball and Chain on Pashal. Good dodge. And then we'll go for the Weird Reconstruction on Pashal,
A momentary
which heals them for
abatement.
1. They resist the bleed though. Alright. Let's see. The Fits is minus 5 accuracy and minus 5% crit, but plus 3 speed. There is a benefit to that, so it's not the worst. I don't like the drop in accuracy, the drop in crit. I mean, they've been crit healing a lot, so I don't exactly know how I feel about that. But it's acceptable, I suppose. And at least we get a +3 speed bonus. So let's go with the Pierce here on the Swine Slayer.
Their formation is broken.
Down.
Maintain the offensive.
Let's keep the Invigorating Vapors going here. Vomit. Vermond, which is, of course, dodged. Okay. As seen. Downside, good dodge. Now let's go for the Mark for Death on the Swine Meat Hooker. Hook where it hurts on buffs. Ow.
Confusion.
And they get the debuff. Cripple them.
And panic.
On everyone but the mom, which they all dodge. Now let's go for another weird reconstruction on Pashal, which heals them for 14. It's much better than healing them for 1. Now let's go for the Mark for Death on the Swine Skyver. The Mark and the debuff there. Go for the Pierce on the Meat Hooker, actually.
Eradicated.
That will take them down. Cripple them on anyone but Lamont again. That actually hits Bashal. Resist the debuff and the blight, though. Vomit. No, I was more focused on what the Swine Skyver did, so I didn't quite see who they hit with that. If they hit anyone with that, but I think it was dodged. I'm pretty sure they tried to hit Valks with that. Might have been Zombie, might have been Pashal, might have been Oman. Either way, didn't work. As far as I know, it might have worked. The point is, I was too focused on other things. My apologies. And let's go for the Daemon's Pull on the Swine Skyver. That will at least clear the corpses if it hits, which it did, and it brought them to the front, which is good. And let's go for the Fortifying Vapors on Zombie. We'll heal them up for 5. Now we can go for Collect Bounty on the Swine Skyver. For 20. We'll go for more Invigorating Vapors. Bring the Dodge back up. Roaring Flight on Valks, which they dodge. Go for Pierce on the Swine Skyver. That brings them down to 1. Vomit on Valks. Pretty sure that's what happened last time, actually. Yes, I'm gonna go with that. If I'm wrong, oh well. But yes, I'm gonna say that the last time they vomited, for this one, the Swine Heaver tried to vomit at Valks, and they dodged. So there you go. And we'll go for the weird reconstruction at the Shal here. Heal them up for 18. We'll go for another Fortifying Vapors.
Inspiration.
Vomit
and
at Valks. Ow, that one hit. They resisted the debuff though. Cripple them on everyone but Lamond again, which they all dodge, thankfully. And now we'll go for a Collect Bounty on the Skyver, which they dodge. And then we can go for a Pierce on the Skyver with a crit for 33.
Destroy them.
And now we can go for a weird reconstruction on Zombie, which heals them up for 9. Resist the bleed. Michelle resisted the bleed last time as well, which is great. And we'll go for the Fortifying Vapors on Valks. Bring them up. Vomit at Pashal. They resist the debuff though. And we'll go for the Pierce. And the Heaver, which they dodge. We'll try and mark them for death. We get the mark and the debuff there. We'll go for a weird reconstruction on Valks. We'll heal them up. They resist the bleed. Vomit at Pashal again. Ow. Now they have Spasm of the Entrails, and they get the debuff. Spasm of the Entrails. Minus 20% healing skills while camping. On a short mission, or short quest, that doesn't really matter too much. So, That's fine this time around, but either way, Lashal is definitely going to the sanitarium, to the medical ward, to get rid of some diseases when we get back to the hamlet. First, we'll have Valks collect bounty on this swine heaver.
Annihilated.
That will take me down. We have an unmovable helmet, 2 portraits, 4 busts, more of the blood, and another minor antique. We'll take the antique and the blood, because that's about all we can take right now. And then here, the Eldritch Altar. Let's have Zombie interact with it. It's purely decorative. Well, that's a shame. Alright, so we still have more room battles to complete, obviously. That was indicated, or that was of course obvious after we finished this room battle and still did not get the quest completed. So let's head down this way. And Shal can interact with the Sunburn Torch. We'll actually use this torch.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
We have a hallway battle.
Purpose is
2
made
ancient
clear.
Webbers and 1 ancient Spitter. Let's start with some Invigorating Vapors. Set up a block. Speed, buff, spit, Valks, or Valks. Hits, they get the debuff, and light. Bite at Ormond, which they dodge. We'll go ahead and use the anti-venom here with Valks, and we'll have them go for collect bounty on this ancient Weber.
Obliterated.
That will take them down. Web at Zombie. Now, they resist the debuff and the stun, but they still get marked. So let's go with the vulnerability hex on this ancient Spitter. That sets up the mark. They get the debuff. We keep the Invigorating Vapors going.
The blood quickens.
And we'll go for a Pierce on the Spitter, which takes them down. And then they collect bounty on this Weber, which they dodge. They go for a bite on Valks. They get the blight. Let's go for the weird reconstruction on the Valks. They just got a blight, so the more help they have now, the better off they'll be. Go for the Fortifying Vapors on Zombie. That will heal them up. And we'll go for the Pierce on this Weber.
Confidence
and that will take
surges
them
as
down.
the enemy crumbles.
We have 350 gold, an emerald, and a minor antique. We can take all of that, so we will. There's a trap there. The Zombie dodged it. And Vox is taking some damage from the blight there. Let's head into this room. No room battle, no scout. So let's keep going down this way. We do have another curio here, a pack. The Shaw can move
A
that.
handsome reward for a task well performed.
We have 1,000 gold, another vial of the blood, a jute tapestry, and a rare antique. So let's go ahead and swap out this dodge stone. Actually no, the dodge stone might be worth something if we sell it off. We'll sell it once we get back to the hamlet, because we don't really need it. So let's go ahead and swap out this jade for the jute tapestry, and then we'll take what we can from everything else, which is literally everything else but the jade. Because the jute tapestry is worth 4,500 gold. That's a lot. Not something to be overlooked. Clear the rubble here with this shovel that we have. Bring up the torchlight and head into this room. No room battle, but we do get a scout, which shows that the last room battle is here. And that scout maps out the rest of this place. So, leading to this... Okay, from the room that we were just in, the hallway leading to this empty room here is a trap and a curio. And there's a curio and a hallway battle leading to the room just to the right of us. just over here, which has a room battle, the last one we need to get to, and in the hallway from where we are now to that room battle, there are 2 curios. Which is absolutely fine. So, let's go ahead and get going. First curio is a sack. We have 250 gold and another minor antique. And we have a crate, which has a rare antique and 2 portraits. Let's go ahead and bring the torchlight back up before anything else, and we'll actually use some food here to heal up Pashal and Valks. Ormond and Zombie don't need anything in terms of healing, so let's go ahead and head into this room. And the room battle is a Swine Tar champion, a Swine Thunderer, and a Swine Heaver. And we do get the surprise, which is very good. We'll set up the block with Serpent Sway, set up the dodge buff with Invigorating Vapors, set up the debuff and mark with Mark of Death on the Swine Tar champion. And we get the debuff. And then we'll set up more debuffs with the Weakening Curse on the Swine Tar champion. A crit for 4. Giant rotation on Zombie. Ow. They get the mark there, but they resist the debuff. Vomit at Ormond, which they dodge. Trot Retreat from the champion. And then Pashal, we can have them go ahead and use more Invigorating Vapors. Vomit at Zombie. Good dodge. Drums of Doom. Hits everyone, but Ormond blocked it. Now let's go with the Pierce on the Swine Healer. And then we'll go with the let's go with the Vulnerability Hex on the Swine Healer as well. With a mark and the debuff there, and we'll go Collect Bounty on the Heaver. Now we don't have to worry about Vomit anymore. Bull Rush on Ormond. Good dodge. Now let's go for the Pierce on the Thunderer with a crit for 33. That'll take them down. And we'll go for another Invigorating Vapors. Go for another Mark of Death, just to keep that mark going. And that debuff there. And we'll go for another Vulnerability Hex as well. Crunching Backhand on Valks and Ormond. Both of them dodge. Let's go for Pierce on the Swine Tar champion. And then we'll go for Invigorating Vapors. Mark for Death, again, isn't a bad idea to drop the protection even further, but I think we'll go for the Collect Bounty instead, for some more damage, there we go, and then we'll go for the Weakening Curse to try and drop the protection, to get the debuff, and we drop the damage as well. Another Crunching Backhand on Ormond and Valks, which they both dodge again. We'll keep those Invigorating Vapors up. And then we'll go for another Collect Bounty for some good damage, and another Pierce. And that will take them down.
Alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
We'll take what we can from this. We'll use what food we can to heal up everyone who has some damage. Then we can swap out this food for another stack of crests. We can swap out these torches for some coin. And we can swap out this key for some more crests. We have 28 crests, 3 portraits, 7 minor antiques, a jute tapestry, 3 rare antiques, 4 deeds, 3 vials of the blood, an emerald, and 2,850 gold. That's very good from this quest alone. Right, the quest is complete. Let's return to the hamlet.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
We also have 6,000 gold and 3 busts and a Heaven's Hairpin as quest rewards from this. Which means that from this quest alone, we managed to, from the treasure we got and the quest reward, we ended up with over 20,000 gold, which is very, very good. Valks got Spiritual, which replaced Robust. Divine Grace and Divine Comfort both have plus 25% healing received now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for Valks, if they're running with a Vestal. Vishal got the Yips, minus 5 accuracy, replaced Bad Gambler. Honestly, I think I would have rather Bad Gambler, but alright. And they also got Rabies, minus 10 accuracy, plus 15% damage. So Vishal now has 3 diseases. Zombie got Ansi in place of Torn Rotator, plus 20 stress when idle in town for a week. That one we actually are going to have to get treated. We should also get Valks treated, because Valks has Perfectionist, I believe it is, which caused them a few times when they missed or when the enemy dodged their attack to gain some stress. So let's go ahead and return to town.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Alright. Now, currently, we have all 3 slots in the medical ward. So Pashal is going to go in here, and I think the first one we need to treat is Rabies. That has the highest accuracy debuff. And then Valks. Yes, it is Perfectionist. We're going to go ahead and treat that. Should have been treated quite a while ago, but we did not treat it. Now, Ormond is fine, but Zombie, we need to get rid of Ansi. Alright. Now, we have a new trinket that we picked up, so we'll unequip all trinkets from heroes, sort by rarity, and then this dodge stone here we can actually sell. We do not want it. Alright, now in terms of stress, Pashal and Valks are the 2 most stressed of those 3, so we're actually doing fairly well there. Let's check the Nomad Wagon for any interesting trinkets. We have the Commander's Orders, the Agility Whistle, the Protection Stone, and the Cripple Stone in here, which do not really interest us. And on the Stagecoach, let's see, we have a Grave Robber and an Antiquarian in the form of Bone Lady and Syset, respectively. Everyone on this roster is very talkative right now. Alright, or at least on the Stagecoach. So we have an Adventurer Hellion and Flagellant, an Apprentice Bounty Hunter, and a Seeker Antiquarian, Man-at-Arms Bounty Hunter, and a Cultist. I'm not exactly certain if we want any of those. We already have quite a few Hellions. Well, not quite a few. We have 2 of them, in the form of Crimson Figure and Reviers. I don't know that we need a 3rd. I don't think we're going to end up recruiting any of them. I think we're going to go ahead and leave them. It's one of That's what I was trying to say there. Well, let's see. Is there anyone else we could do with some pork removal? Or pork locking, rather. Since we have the funding for it at this moment in time. I think locking in either Unholy Hater or Ruins Adventurer on Villa is a good idea. I think that's a good idea there. Unholy Hater would likely be the better idea though, because that gives them even more damage against the Unholy, which gives them a total of 50% extra damage against Unholy enemies. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, we could remove Twilight Dreamer. I thought we could lock it in, but no. It's essentially locked now. So let's go ahead and lock in Unholy Hater. That's going to cost quite a lot. That's fine. This way, Villa will always have a lot more damage against unholy targets. Alright. That is going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more content like this, or the other kinds of content that we put up on this channel, we're going to keep that content coming, so don't you worry about that. Hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications whenever we upload new videos. Leave a comment on the video, it helps us out a lot, it really, really does. Also, remember to leave a comment if you want to have one of the heroes on this roster named after you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!